Okay. So Mac gives zero respect on the name of Matt Patricia, is what you're saying.
Yes.
And Wiggy's lead this morning was questioning whether or not Mac Jones is able to mentally recover from what happened. Right?
Yeah. And how this is a crossroads for him.
But see, would you say this about somebody else? Or do people just look at Mac Jones as if he's some kind of a head case?
I think Wiggy said it about Bailey, too. He said now Bailey's going to go into the game at halftime. He's thinking about it all.
But he didn't say it the same way. I mean, listen, I think my suspicion is that Mac Jones is going to go out on Sunday. He's now the starter. He's been told. They've said it publicly or at least leaked it. He's going to go out there, and I think it's on him to put the crap behind him and have a great game against the Jets, and I think he will. But you're worried that he never recovers, or you're buying into the reports, which is going to be that he and his agent and his camp want him out of here after this season.
Oh, they definitely want him out.
You think so?
Even if he recovers.
You think so?
Why would you want to play for a guy who, if you believe, doesn't say, hey, validate the fact that you're his starting quarterback? Why would you want to play for that guy?
And why would you want to play for a fan base that booed you out of a game?
It's no different. Why would you want to work for?
But everybody gets booed. Tom Brady got booed. I mean, everybody gets.
But why would you want to work for a company who didn't value you as an asset? Right? I think it comes down to, you could relate it to anybody who works a job, right? They might look at it, and I work for this company. They don't value me. Yeah, I'm here, but believe me, I'm actively looking, or if another opportunity. Now, fortunately in sports, your agent can just be like, hey, we want to push to get Mac out of there. But this crossroads is huge for Mac Jones because you have to think about, let's say Mac Jones struggles again. What happens? Do they keep him in the game? And then he struggles the whole game? And
they better if he struggles, and you got to define that for me. But
plays like he has this season.
Yes. And you lose the football game.
Then he's done.
No, then I'm saying what is Bill?
It just seems ridiculous to me.
Well, the head coach thought he was done when he pulled him from the game.
I know.
So
listen,
what does
it just
Bill
seems
do?
ridiculous to me that you spent a first-round pick on a guy and you're giving up on him without giving him more than 3 weeks to learn an entirely new offense
Cardinals
under a
gave
new
up on Josh Rosen in a split second.
But
Josh Rosen, he was a top 10 pick.
But he didn't have the season that Mac had. But here's the issue, Greg. This entire time, what I was driving at when I asked the head coach over and over again, if healthy, is Mac the starter? Not saying tomorrow, but if Mac's 100% healthy, that's the first question that began this. Is he the starter? And Bill said it's a hypothetical question. It wasn't that for Cam. It wasn't that for Matt Castle. It wasn't that for Tom Brady. And this situation, it's so simple. All he had to say was when he's healthy, he'll be the starter.
And you know what? Credit to all the people that were in the press conference yesterday, because I think in past years, if Bill shuts down a question like that, they move on to the next topic. They were not moving on yesterday. Yeah. He kept shutting it down, hypothetical this, hypothetical that. We'll see how today goes. And they kept at him. And that's a change in how things are going.
And Wiggy, you have always said to me, and you have been proven right, that Bill sets the tone for the team. He doesn't rip other players. He doesn't divulge state secrets. He makes the job easier for the people that play for him because they don't get asked questions that take away from their focus on the game.
Right.
All this has done is created more and more questions for everybody on the team.
Right. And
so basically we have to look at somebody now who's a quarterback in the NFL and wonder whether they're quiet quitting or whatever.
No, it's probably imposter syndrome, though.
What is that?
That's like a big millennial thing, or Gen Z.
Imposter syndrome?
Yeah, I have it every day. It's when people are starting to say terrible things about you, you start believing it. You're like, wait, I'm not good. I'm not good at this.
Oh.
A lot of people deal with that, and I think that I don't think NFL players are
buy into
immune.
It. They buy into it. Well, Greg,
we live in a new world.
Yeah,
Curtis.
that's a new one for me, Greg. But you
and to the people that keep saying that Bill doesn't care what I think. Of course he doesn't, and he shouldn't care what I think. It's just counterintuitive to what I have been told about this gentleman for the last 20 years. which is he says things so the players on the team don't get barraged with questions about his decisions on the roster. And all this has done is invited speculation. It has created a controversy that didn't need to exist because of his inability or lack of a desire to say that Mac Jones is the starting quarterback of the Patriots.
And you brought this up, Greg, right? Or maybe Curtis might have brought it up as far as not that Mac's not buying in, but maybe why, and maybe they feel a certain way, Matt Patricia, and how does he feel? Like I think Curtis said like he doesn't not respect or what was the thing you said about Mac where he doesn't
he doesn't view him, he doesn't respect Matt Patricia as a head coach. He doesn't think he is qualified for the job he holds.
Well, a texter says Mac thinks he's smarter than Matt Patricia,
right?
And he probably is what the texter
says. He
says.
speaks Mandarin. He doesn't eat Chinese food. He speaks it.
And what do we know about Matt Patricia? Obscure movie reference from Analyze This, I believe it was, that Matt Patricia is his consigliere, right? So when you look at Matt Patricia, you know that's Bill's right-hand man.
Yeah.
And if Matt Patricia is going to Bill in meetings and going, Bill, I just can't get this kid to, buy in or show me the kind of level of respect that I want. He's questioning me in front of people or he's asking me questions in front of the other players.
Yeah.
Kind of, if there is any of that, I'm not saying there is, but if there's any of, if Mac is a why guy, even just asking a why question might not be like viewed as like in Mac's mind, oh, this is a bad thing, but maybe Matt Patricia looks at it like this is a way to undermine me a little bit.
Curtis, executive decision. I'm going to move What Are We Doing till 8 this morning. Is that all right?
What are we doing?
Okay. This is Frank the Tank. Hello, Frank.
Hi, good morning, Joe. How you doing?
What's up?
I feel like Belichick's in this big gray cloud above this all, looking down on everything that's going on, and there's a couple of things that are standing out for me. N'Keal Harry tried to get out of here. His agent was involved. What was that, 2 years that we thought N'Keal Harry was going to be exiting the Patriots?
Yes.
So I love this talk about Mac Jones' agent. Big freaking deal, really. But the other thing is, if Mac's on this fence and he's perceiving the grass to be so much greener on the other side, then he's going to want to get out of there. I don't think he knows what's going on in the Patriots, never mind what's going on the other side of the fence. So, good luck to him. I wish him the best. I don't know about this headspace that he's in, but my opinion of Mac Jones was much better early last season than it is now. At one point, it was one game recently, maybe the game before he got injured. I think he threw a touchdown pass, and then he did his dance. And the touchdown was taken back. So he's doing a dance on a touchdown that gets taken back. Like, keep it in your pants, bro. Get the job done.
Keep it in your pants, bro.
That's a T-shirt.
So, Greg, you didn't answer my question. So let's say he plays similar to the way he's been playing this year and the team loses.
I think he's got a mid-length leash. Like, I think he's got a couple games. I think he does now because I think Bill has been exposed a little bit. So
do you think Mac looks at the Giants and what the team looked like with Joe Judge and what they look like this year, or looks at Matthew Stafford and what he looked like with Matt Patricia and what he looks like with the Rams and says, why in God's name are either of these two guys within 50 feet of the offensive meeting room?
Maybe they do.
I mean, I would if I were him.
Well, he was a Pro Bowler last year. Everybody told me how great he was. Greg, you ripped off about, 15 stats yesterday from his rookie season.
Yeah.
So he must be looking at, does he believe, if he looks in the mirror, does he go, okay, my performance is down because of me or because of the new coaches?
All right, great question from Wiggy.